Good morning, everyone. Here are the Sanibel Island and Southwest Florida updates as of November 19th, 2022. On Monday, November 21st, Fish and Operation Barbecue will be handing out 350 Thanksgiving Day kits. The kits will be distributed at the Sanibel Community House from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The kits consist of a frozen meal and a heating source to cook the frozen meal, available to the entire community while supplies last. On Tuesday, November 22nd, Fish will be hosting a Friendsgiving celebration. They will be providing a hot Thanksgiving meal to island residents and members of the city response team. This will be held at the Sanibel Community House from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Fish will be closed on November 24th and 25th for the Thanksgiving holiday. Dock Ford's update. They are hoping to have the Sanibel location open by the first of the year. The Captiva location will be permanently closed. I mentioned in an earlier update that it was closed temporarily. Dock Fords have officially confirmed that they did terminate that lease. Following Hurricane Ian's landfall, vessel owners were given a 45-day grace period to bring derelict vessels into compliance or remove them from state waters. The grace period ended on November 15th. The number of impacted vessels is significant, and many residents are still assessing damages. Taking these factors into consideration, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission has decided to extend the waiver acceptance deadline through the end of December. Owners are still encouraged to hire a salvage company themselves to recover their vessel. Vessel owners may release ownership of a displaced vessel through the waiver process if they do not have the resources to salvage or bring the vessel out of derelict status themselves. The FWC will then facilitate the removal and destruction of the vessel, and owners will not be charged for removal costs. To date, over 4,000 vessels have been assessed, and more than 500 of the vessels assessed are derelict. The number is expected to change as more vessels are discovered and assessed, or vessels are removed by owners or insurance companies. Starting next week, tax bills will be mailed out by the Lee County Tax Collector's Office for the 2022 period. There will be payment extensions available for property owners whose homes were destroyed or rendered uninhabitable by Hurricane Ian, as well as an extension on discounts for all property owners. The extensions are the 4% discount for those who pay their 2022 tax bills before December 31st, a 2% discount for those who pay in February, and a 1% discount in March before the March 31st deadline. For those whose homes were rendered uninhabitable or destroyed, the deadline for tax payments will be extended to May 31st. In addition to the 4% discount, those property owners will also be eligible for a 3% discount for taxes paid in January, 2% for taxes paid in February, and 1% for March, according to the Lee County Tax Collector, Noel Branning. So basically, no avoiding taxes even if your home is destroyed, but if you pay by the end of the year, you will save 4%. A couple commenters on my videos have asked when Sanibel will reopen to the public. There is no set date, there is no predicted date. In my opinion, definitely not this year. Dana, the city manager, mentioned in Tuesday's meeting that he constantly thinks of that question, when will Sanibel reopen? First priority is safety and security of residents and tourists. The debris collection is an ongoing process. Even though Crowder Gulf expects to be 80% done by Christmas, they still have lots of side roads to work on. They use these huge trucks with big claws that cars need to yield to. In the beginning, residents were great about yielding to emergency crews. Now, a month and a half later, residents and contractors are more impatient and not yielding as much as they should to Crowder Gulf vehicles. This is a safety issue. If residents aren't even willing to yield anymore, can you imagine the traffic chaos tourists would cause? Plus, LCEC is still replacing poles and doing electric repairs on the island. And one last thing, the beaches haven't even been touched yet. Lots of sand, lots of square footage on the beaches are completely gone. What is left is covered with debris, and this week possibly dead fish due to the red tide blooming. So in my opinion, Sanibel will not be reopening in 2022. But when they do reopen to tourists, you know I will be making an update video, so please subscribe to my channel for future updates. Thanks for listening.